Hello everybody, this is C.S. Davidson, and I wanted to introduce you to my YouTube channel here that I'm going to advertise and talk about my book and upcoming books, the What Stays Through Winter that is coming out soon, that really, I'm not real sure why it's not out yet. It was supposed to have been 3 weeks ago. The book itself is out, which they didn't tell me at the publishing place that it was actually for sale. So it's for sale if you would like to buy the book itself and not get an ebook. But all the stuff that they're supposed to do to set up for my socials never really has happened yet. Some of it was, but I thought I would go ahead and get a head start and do some other things. I've had a YouTube channel in the past where I Let's Play video games for probably about 15 years. We did that. There was at one point that it paid for my house payment. Those were the days back before the adpocalypse, back in the early part of the 2010s. That's how old I am. So this book is called What Stays Through Winter, and it's a 3-part series, maybe more. I've thought about pushing it to 4 and fully pushing it out. It just depends on how book 3 goes. I've got about 100 pages of it done. Book 2 is complete, and book 1, obviously, we're waiting for the ebook to get done so I can really go out and add it. But this series is about 2 men. It's about a ex-NFL player that he broke his leg when he was in preseason, and things didn't go well after that for him. His fiance tried to steal his money and definitely wanted nothing to do with him. Think Billy Joel in the early 80s when he broke his thumbs. That's kind of what we're going through there. If you've ever heard of that story of how Billy Joel's agent / wife and everything at the time tried to steal his money. And obviously things don't go well. He goes into a depression and goes back home. This story is based in a fictional town in Wyoming called Colton. And what I wanted to do with this is I didn't want it just to be 2 characters. A lot of these books, it's just the 2. There's the wilderness and that's it. And I didn't want to do that because I wanted to set characters up for more things to do later on. So, we do have 3 other minor characters that are pretty much going to become major characters in book 2. We have the sheriff, we have his deputy, and we have his secretary at the sheriff's station, because Bentley doesn't really have to do anything since he's an NFL player. So he has all that money. I did that for a reason. Being a new writer, I'm like, how do I make plots work? So that's how I made the plot work. Made him rich. It works. There's plenty of books I've read that they've got one rich one. But the main character is Huxley, and he was exiled at 16. He kissed a boy, and that didn't go real well in his pack. He is a werewolf. This is a supernatural romance. And he kind of floated around for a couple years, got hurt again, and decided to go up into the mountains and just basically be alone. That gets kind of interrupted, and that's really the main of book 1, is getting him off the mountain and trying to be human. Obviously, at first, our main character does not really know he's a werewolf, so that's what a lot of this goes on. But I don't want to give any of the book away. But I did want to talk about it a little bit and say that if you would like to purchase it now, the book is there on Amazon. And then the ebook should be coming shortly. But I wanted to go ahead and give a little explanation of it, and I'll do more later. I do want to talk about some favorite authors of mine in some other videos, but I just wanted to go ahead and introduce myself, talk about the book, and I hope to see some people buy it. I spent a lot of money, not gonna lie, to try to do this. I've taught music for 17 years and was looking for a little bit of a way to raise the old income. I don't know if you know much about teaching, but you do a lot in music for not a lot. So there's some things I'd really like to get paid off. And I've wanted to write for years, and last January I kind of got the itch and started. So Fulton Books accepted my manuscript back in September, and it's been that long. So I hope that you will give the book a chance. I'm being a new writer, who knows, and not being a nobody. So thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more videos on books and, of course, my books. So those of you that have already subscribed, thank you, and hopefully we can see some growth and people enjoy my story, because I kind of feel like love is love, and people need to see that more, particularly in this day and age when things aren't what they used to be. I don't know. It's been an interesting few years. I'm sure some of you agree to that. So I felt like I needed some escapism, so here we go. Thank you all. Stay tuned for my next video, whatever it may be.